Okay.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Right now,
Yeah.
I guess I am laying down some wood so I don't have to lay on the cold ground.
Okay.
My plan is to, over there, you see, I'm going to crawl up through there, and then there's just going to be a big snow pile, and I'm going to sleep in that.
Nice. Okay, so this is lower down, so then you can burrow up and then into the inside. All right. All the snow piled on. And that's where he'll dig in underneath. All right, Hunter's ready to hollow it out today. So inside of this structure, down there you can see one of the sticks sticking out, is that slightly elevated bed of hazel. And the idea here is to dig in and then down to that bed of hazel and leave about 8-inch walls, which I'll explain in a second. We have been using some modern conveniences, and one of those is a tarp that is on top of that hazel bed. So when he goes in, he can clear everything off that tarp, that plastic tarp, and just a sheet of plastic will work. And the snow will come off of there really easily, and then when he removes that, it'll be nice and clean underneath it. That's not necessary, but it can make things a lot easier if you do have some kind of a tarp with you. There's these sticks. These sticks are going to go in and tell us the depth that we need, because then when we're hollowing from inside, we're going to hit the tips of those sticks and we're going to know to stop. 10 inches is a great depth of your walls. And what I like to do is make my sticks about 10 inches and then leave room on top for my fist. So I measure one stick like that and measure all the other ones off of that. And when it sticks in, that's going to be above the snow. You can pull that out later on. The reason for that being that if this is going to be a longer term shelter, like it's going to be for Hunter, if you leave those sticks in there and you get some real sunny days, the sun absorbs into the darker sticks, and sometimes you can get some melt, kind of a circle of melt around those sticks, and that's something that can easily be prevented by just pulling these out afterwards and packing a little snow into those holes. We let the snow sinter or coagulate for about 48 hours. Sometimes you can just leave it for an hour or so and it'll be fine, but this has made it really nice and solid. Still, you want to do this with a friend just in case it would collapse on you. Okay, so he's going to enter in from underneath, and then he's got to dig up to where the bed is, which is about there. And that's going to allow all the heat to stay inside there instead of just going out his door.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Okay, let's see if I don't know if we'll be able to. Okay. So there's that black tarp, which we'll remove. And still lots of hollowing out to do, but it's like it's doing great. Inside the finished shelter. Okay, so you spent the night in here last night.
Yeah, attempted to, yes.
And what worked and didn't work with this design?
I stayed. It definitely took away the bite of the cold. You still felt pretty cool, but my gloves aren't enough for this winter, but inside they were just fine. The hazel was a little uncomfortable. And I think it was a whole bunch of little things that added up that made it so I couldn't sleep very well. Another thing is kind of got it going this way, and for some reason if my head is lower than my feet, I struggle to sleep. And probably no pillow. That probably didn't help either.
After the cold stuff we've seen from you, nobody's going to believe you about the cold, but you're saying it actually did keep the majority of the cold away?
Yeah, it definitely took away the bite. You're still pretty cool. And I tried the first night using a sleeping bag, and it got pretty damp throughout the night. And one thing, if I were gonna spend some more time here, I was gonna take the hazel bed out and fill it with leaves and other things that I found and dried out in the cabin.